Alright, how well is this working? One second, just double checking. Alright. Everything is in order. Okay. Hello. Yeah, we're back to Darksiders 1. Let me explain. So, yes, thank you. So, Mark II Rex could not make it for Friday, so I decided to start on Season 2. Yeah, you might have noticed it says Season 2 because this is the second time we're playing Darksiders, the first game. Basically, I'll be working on Seasons 1 and 2 at the same time at this point. Like, just whenever Mark II Rex is available, we'll play Darksiders Genesis. And when they're not, we'll go back to playing whatever Darksiders game is next for Season 2. And in this case, it's Darksiders 1, all the way back to the beginning. Also, technically, this is the first time streaming Darksiders 1. The last ones were pre-recorded, but... Wait. Nope. So yeah, let's hope you enjoy that. Anyways, I made a mistake. I want to do a new game. Yes. I don't want to hear it. I will, however, start with the Abyssal Armor this time. I didn't last time, but I figured since I already went through all the effort of getting every piece the first time around,
since the dawn of time,
you know, I'll start with
the armies of heaven and hell have waged an endless war.
Yeah, we've seen this. If you want to watch the cutscenes, watch my previous playthrough, or, you know, find them elsewhere on YouTube. Alright, here we go. From the top. Oh yeah, by the way, this game actually very recently got a new update. I think, yeah. I think it's because of like Darksiders 4. Oh jeez. But yeah, actually I do kind of see it. Like the game looks better, noticeably. But yeah. You know what I'm gonna do, actually? Oh, there's no master volume. I guess I can just like, yeah, I'll turn down my own volume. Hopefully it's still not too loud for the rest of y'all. Oh, that was amazing. This reminds me, I gotta remember how to get the Abyssal Armor parts in Darksiders Genesis, because in that game, ooh, it looks so much better. Wow, even the cars look better. That's crazy. Oh right, I don't have my combos. I always forget that. Took you long enough.
What is happening?
You know, weirdly enough, I don't even remember this many just like random people running around last time. Which is crazy to think about, because you'd think in a scenario like this there would be, you know, lots of people running around and shit. Ow, jeez. Oh. I'm noticing the audio stutters sometimes. I hope it's not a bad thing. What's that guy even doing on the roof? Wait, what's he up to? Oh right, I don't have the wings. Silly me for thinking War has wings when he does in the prequel game Darksiders Genesis, just inherently. What a foolish thought for me to have. I don't know why that makes me laugh. It shouldn't. It's terrible. Oh. Whee! It's part of my religion that I say wee anytime I go down a slight slide. Oh wait, I just remembered. I can block. It does feel good to just execute people whenever I want to. I guess I was doing that in Darksiders Genesis too. I think what my most ideal version of execution would be kind of like this, but instead of just you have to bring the enemy's health down to a certain threshold. It's more like in the Insomniac Spider-Man games where like you build up a meter, and when that meter is full, you can execute somebody. Yeah, we're skipping these. In fact, that combo counter on the side of the screen. Hang on. I think that should actually be part of it. Like maybe, however much energy you build up in the meter is multiplied by your combo hit marker thing. I don't know what it's called, but basically the better you are, the better combos you make, the quicker you'll build up the meter to execute. Exceptions apply for bosses, of course, who I think kind of needs to be done like the health threshold. Or do both, where you get their health down to a certain amount, but then at that point you also have to build a meter up. Kind of adds a bit of a challenge to it, a little bit less predictability, or something like that. I don't know. Oh! Right. My mouth tastes so sour right now. It's because I was eating sour Skittles while watching the Amazing Digital Circus movie. No spoil, I won't spoil it, but man. Good shit. You should watch it, and don't spoil anything if you watch it, because then you're genuinely just a bad person. Since it hasn't been that long since I've played this last time, maybe I'll have less trouble with the puzzles. I always tend to forget those. And that's not just a problem for Darksiders. There's a lot that I forget even in my favorite games. Like, there's just stuff that I forget and I have to figure it out all over again. Because I'm a little bit dumb. Masters of the Universe movie. Yeah, that looks interesting. I'm curious about that movie. I also want to see Supergirl.
The law has been broken. And so have you, horseman.
Oh yeah, they fixed a lot of the sounds. That was like one of my biggest gripes with the War Mastered Edition, is that a lot of the sounds in the cutscenes just were extremely quiet or extremely loud. Shut up. Yeah. But yeah, they fixed that with this new update.
Angry blade thirsts for destruction.
Alright.
The souls of the dead will be your currency. Some enemies are more easily bought than killed.
Okay. Watch this. I timed it perfectly. That was beautiful. How convenient that it's called the Seraphim Hotel, and this is an apocalypse with like angels in it, and they called it the Seraphim Hotel, and then the Seraphims are like a type of animal. So like they called it the Seraphim Hotel, and I said that's what makes it so convenient. Anyways. Yes, we understand. Second time, I guess. You know, for zombies. Oh wait, I just remembered. Oh, I grabbed the wrong thing, but you know it worked out. Notice my health increase. Though the abyssal armor is supposed to use much damage. Draw objects. When Chaos Eater's damage levels up, I'll start to notice like the health leeching more. Because maybe I'm just doing too little damage and the conversion rate is so small that it doesn't really appear to make a difference. Oh! I was scooting forward in my gamer chair. Okay. This would be a lot more fun if these were skeletons. I thought the middle part of that execution looked a little funky, because like he goes really fast. The new Wolverine game looks super cool, and absolutely looks like the kind of game I would enjoy. Y'all could probably guess that from the fact that I've sworn to replay all the Darksiders games over and over. Like, if somebody who likes Darksiders would like the new Wolverine game that isn't out yet at the time of this is streaming, I don't know. Yes, Volgren and his swolls. Thank you. You know what would also be really fun? So, I think these zombies are replaced by like the ghouls that you see in the later games. Like in Darksiders 2 with like the gunning section. Like those were reused in Darksiders 3 as like some basic enemies you can fight. And you know, I think the games are better for it. I think these zombies are maybe a little boring. Those ones at least have some level of personality to them, even if that personality is basically just the Warcraft 3 ghouls. But you know what I'm saying. Anyways, I think what I originally wanted to say, and I digressed a little from this. Oh. Yeah, nothing important. You look better in the other games. I think it would be fun if we could like instantly execute them like this. Kind of. Basically, you grab them and then you can use them as a temporary weapon. Kind of like how War in this game can pick up and use just random environmental objects. It'd be funny to use the zombies as environmental objects. That guy's just along for the ride. Oh! Oh, I saved. Oh, I promise I dashed inside. 404 error. Oh, Colin's been talking here. Yeah, you're looking for forward to the Wolverine game too. That's fair. And also God of War Faye. Yeah, that one took me by surprise, but I'm excited, especially because I think there was a period of time where I wanted like a DLC for God of War. It was either the 2018 game or Ragnarok, where like I would want to see like a DLC where it's like how she and Kratos met. Because I had this idea. I don't know if they ever said anything like it. Yes, thank you, Watcher. But like I always assumed that their first interaction was a big fight, and then it ended with them just like laughing it off and getting like a drink or something together. Or maybe it was a fight that led to them just slamming down on each other, but not in like, you know what I mean? Basically, the fighting turned to fucking. Anyways, there's a little secret around here. My question throughout the Darksiders games has been, if all these currencies we're picking up are souls, they modified it a little bit in oh, right. Well, I can go down here. If what we're picking up in these things, or if what we're collecting from enemies is souls, how come killing one enemy yields multiple souls? Or is that you know, actually this kind of makes a lot of sense because, you know, I'm out here collecting a lot of souls. Maybe those are souls that they've collected as well. And War's just, well, War and the other horsemen are kind of just taking the souls that they've collected for themselves. Alright. Now let's speak to Volgrim. Or more like, let's not speak to Volgrim because, you know...
These ancient gates have a mind of their own.
That's crazy. I like how every game has Volgrim say that, just like in a slightly different way. Bird. I wonder how many times Phil Lamar can say farewell for now before hang on, how did I forgot how to, oh god. Oh, I see. I forgot something as simple as that. Yep. See ya.
That was the gate. I can't wait to find out what's behind it.
After Darksiders 4, I hope they make basically a remake game where it merges all three of the previous Darksiders games. I'm not including Genesis because, you know, it's kind of a spin-off-ish. It's like a prequel, but basically a remake where it's like all the games put together and unified by like a single kind of gameplay style, because like they're all very different. Well, I guess they don't have to do that, but basically I'd like to see remakes of the previous games that kind of modify the story and plot a little bit, because the story has changed throughout the games, and it'd be nice to have, like, for like the continuity to be aligned a little bit between all the games. It's just nice. Because like there are small cosmetic changes between each of the games, like as I said earlier, the zombies are all different. And then there's stuff like stripes. Okay, after Darksiders 3, I'm actually even more confused about the status of the redemption gun that Stripe has. Because obviously Mercy is a replica, and that's peachy, that's great. But then in Darksiders 2, it's kind of implied that Redemption, that gun that Death gets, is the real one. But then at the end of Darksiders 3, Death or not Death, Strife has both of his guns. So, and like the makers, it's not again, the reason I think that about, I think it's real in Darksiders 2 is because like the makers didn't make it, and they're like, we don't know how it came here. So like, honestly, after that game, ironically, it does make sense that it would be Strife's actual gun, and that he would have, sent it to Death to help him on his journey. But also, he has both of the guns. There better be some crazy explanation. But the main reason that this is so confusing is because, according to the devs, Darksiders 2 and 3 take place at roughly the same time. So there better be some crazy explanation for how that works. Or they'll just not explain it, and they'll just admit, yeah, we just had different ideas along the way, we changed the continuity a little bit. Maybe redemption, the redemption that Death uses is a replica, but it's a replica made by somebody else and was sent Death's way. That seems a little convoluted, especially because Death recognized it as the redemption. Like, you think he'd know if it was a replica. Although it would make sense if it was a replica, because, granted, even War's Mercy, even though that was a replica, it had unlimited ammo, but like, I feel like the limited ammo of Death's redemption gun could be a telltale sign that it's a replica and not the real one, because I'm pretty sure Strife's guns are supposed to have unlimited ammo naturally. Yep. Most useful item in the game, everybody.
I will take your head! I will take your head!
There we go. Okay, Pally. Or maybe that's Yes, I understand.
Over here! Just
my god, it's the best character.
War. Are you here to play execution?
Freaking
I
love
should
him.
have sent all 4 of you.
Yep. Yay. Okay. This is technically supposed to be an abyssal armor piece, but huh. I thought I got souls from doing that. Wait a second. Is that why it is it just cosmetic now? No, I distinctly remember in previous playthroughs, like, if you started with the abyssal armor, you had the abyssal armor. It wasn't just like a reskin. Until you got it again. I really thought that it gave you souls if you open an abyssal armor chest when you were only collecting it. Did they change that with the freaking update? I sure hope not. Nope. I want to check. And also just get this golden location. Weird. Oh well, I'll still buy things.
On your journey, you may come into possession of certain items that are of particular interest to me.
Yep.
Artifacts of the Fallen Legion. If you discover any Legion artifacts, bring them to me. I will make it worth your while.
I actually have one.
Old Vulcan's got something new for you.
Ooh. Yeah, I definitely want, like, as many.
You are as wise as you are powerful.
Okay.
An excellent choice. Nice sword. Greetings.
bird. Health. Back inside.
What would you ask?
Not now, Holgrim. I have to put the dead back in the ground. Ow. I missed my whirlwind combo. That'll do for now, though. Die. Oh. Yep.
Find where these shadow lurkers hide and kill them all. They can't be that hard to find.
Totally. Okay.
Can we do it again?
I wish I had my horse. Oh boy. Wonderful. Thanks, pal. Oh, there's another one. Oh. I kind of realized recently, I low-key like the way they handled Wrath powers in Darksiders 3, where like it's a single bar, and then you use your big ability, and then you have to build up the meter again, as opposed to in this game where it's like a kind of a meter that's divided up by individual bars for like each use of your ability. Or in Darksiders 2, where it was like a regular meter, like in any video game. Like, maybe it's just because I don't tend to use Wrath abilities much in these games. But I liked how they did it in Darksiders 3. And I think it would actually fit a lot of the abilities that the Horsemen use really well. Don't want to pretend to act courage now that I've already won. Oh. We just had to zoom in from Narnia, I guess. Oh my god, could you imagine a crossover where the 4 horsemen from Darksiders enter Narnia? Oh god, that world wouldn't last a day. That'd be tragic. There we go. Oh. Oh. Too fast. I know you wanted a slower, more painful death. Whoa! Did I run out of time? I wasn't paying attention to the timer. There's no way it dealt enough damage to kill me that fast. Okay, let's try that again. I guess I was taking my sweet ass time with it. Hang on, you know what I'm gonna do real quick? I'm gonna open a window because it's getting hot as hell in here. That should help. Alright. Oh. Hey, you, over here. Nice.
Be the last of them. Let's get out of here.
See ya. Fun times. Ravager. Yeah. Just for the time being. Goes with my aesthetic. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. Ooh, a box. I do love boxes. Boxes are one of the greatest things that the human race ever invented. okay.
Hey. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you know what kind of train this is?
If you understand that reference, then you're awesome. Oh wait, you know what? Before I proceed, I should like... Yeah, it's that notification. You know... Yes, and I think it's also a good time to go shopping. You know,
See anything you like?
we might see Death without his mask for the first time in Darksiders 4. Because he, yes I do.
You are as wise as you are powerful. An excellent choice.
Now I can be happy forever. Anyways,
What would you ask of this one?
yeah, we might see Death without his mask because he removed it at the end of the second game. but we didn't get to see his face. So I'm hoping we get to see Death without his mask. I kind of hope the other horsemen make a big deal about it. They're like, whoa, hey, Death, what happened to your mask? It's been like millennia since we saw your real face. And he's like, I don't need it anymore, or something along those lines. And with that being said, I kind of hope Strife also gets his mask removed. Maybe he replaces it with a 10-gallon hat. That'd be funny. The bats. Y'all, bats are such cool creatures. They're just little goobers, you know? Like, they get a bad rap because, like, vampire bats are, like, they're associated with vampires, and, like, you hear vampire bats and how they're blood drinkers, and they're like, oh no, they're, like, evil creatures. No. First of all, they won't drink your blood. They're more interested in the blood of, like, cattle. But, like, they're literally just little goofy goobers that fly around jungles and have a good time and scream to know where they're going. They're just so... They're great, guys. I love bats so much. Oh look, it's the best thing that Joe Madanera ever drew. Oh, okay, chill. And it still goes off the edge, okay. Oh! There we go. That's right. Also, I'm noticing my health go up now. So maybe I was right about the whole Chaos Eater leveling up thing. Now that it deals more damage, it's easier to see. Oh. That felt good. Ooh. Okay. What is that? Where are all those voices coming from? Okay, you little bugger, you. You know, last time I played this, I was asking, like, so they have a beholder's key, and like, and those open the doors. And I was wondering, like, where are the beholders? But I kind of just realized maybe those doors are the Darksiders world's version of a beholder. They're nothing like the ones in D&D, but you know, maybe they don't have to be. Yeah, those doors, I guess, are just called beholders. And then, you know, the keys. For the Hell Guard, he says, as all of his comrades die. Come on. Just down there. Oh. Heh, suckers. I think this section of the game is my least favorite. Kind of drags on. It's not very fun. It's like, hey, what if Star Fox was grimdark fantasy inspired? Oh, but I do like that. I like how the homing projectiles will just travel for as long as they need to. Yeah, see, like, how they were chasing these, Ooh! I didn't know they did that. Look at him go. Whee! That is actually so aesthetic. Holy crap. I never actually noticed that before, but like you see Tiamat flying in the distance, and that's I do think I remember that, but like she's just a silhouette, and I think that's super cool. Is that something that came with the update? Because like I don't know.
Tiamat, I assume? Guess she wasn't up for having visitors today.
No, she's getting on. Just gonna hit this location. Yeah. Bye from this. You know, I have to wonder, like, there's all this high fantasy stuff just in the world, even on Earth in like the apocalypse, during the apocalypse. And like, was all of this just part of the human world? Because like at the beginning of the game, and hell, even now after the destruction of everything, we see that like human civilization is pretty much how it is today. But like there's also just the Twilight Cathedral here just sitting around. So like, was it just commonly accepted that like this was a thing that was here? Like, yep, there's a big temple with like giant crystal swords and Gothic architecture like nothing else. And it's just here, like, yep, well, that's normal. Does the human race know that there's magic and demons and the balance and stuff? How knowledgeable was humanity about the laws of the universe before the apocalypse happened? Man, there's just an infinite number of questions about the Darksiders games. And I'm starting to realize it's becoming increasingly unlikely that they will be able to answer every single one of them. They might have to make more spin-offs and prequels and stuff. Oh. Wait a second, what was that? I hit a button on the side of my mouse. Holy shit, that's actually way better than caps lock. Gentlemen, ladies, non-binary mateys, I might be using wrath abilities more. Oh, that's so quick. That's freaking beautiful. I wish I knew that about my mouse sooner. Oh god. Wrong button. Hey, can you keep that down up there? I'm trying to traverse some walls. Yay. You know what? I think I'll eat it now. Oh. So my mouse can also bring up the item. And then I can't hit that until I have the crossblade, but I'll be getting that soon. If you know what that's from, then you're awesome. There we go. think one of the things I like about this game is there's this phrase, there's beauty in simplicity, and this game is probably the most simple. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff in this game that just wasn't carried over to the next games, like the whole environmental weapon interactions, which I can take or leave. This game is, all things considered, probably the most simple out of all the Darksiders games, and I just think that there's something nice about that. Although I do like Darksiders 2's combat just way better. Like, that game just is a very perfect evolution of this game's combat system. You know, maybe the reason all the games have been so experimental was because of Darksiders 4. Like, all this time, I bet throughout all these games, they've been like trying new things and experimenting with different playstyles and like different mechanics, all so that for Darksiders 4 they can look at everything they did and they were like, what worked, what didn't, what did people like, what did people like not so much. And then Darksiders 4 is just going to be the perfect amalgamation of all 4 of the games. If that makes any sense. Of course, what is great about each game and what's bad about each game is very subjective, so if that is what they do, I'm curious to see what stuff they would do, or like what they would carry over from the previous games. Gotta love that camera shake. Look at those boys. Look at those bats. They're just they're just vibing. And then I have to come and kill them. Oh right, yeah. Over here. I won't make the same mistake as last time. Buddy, you're gonna have to be more specific than that. I have a lot to spare. Ow. I'm not doing that, right? Oh, why, are you jealous? Look at you, skeleton looking ass. You know, there's... every time I play these games, I make the comments that I do, I always have a moment of self-awareness where I wonder, like, am I giving MCU humor? Not that I actually, okay, I'm real quick, weird tangent. I don't like that people call it MCU humor because, like, it's always stuff that goes like, that just happened, or stuff like that. But, like, show me a scene in the MCU where that happened, where somebody said exactly that. Because, like, why are we conflating that with that kind of corny ass humor with the MCU? Like, I know they have some questionable humor in their movies, but, like, I have no recollection of it ever being like that. Connell was saying something. Yeah. Hate to break it to you, Connell, but you have some of that humor in your writing. I'm sorry, man. I gotta call you out. You got some corny shit going on. No offense. I hope we can still work together. Please release Spider-Man into the Hellverse. I really wish I had the Tremor Gauntlet. Aha. Oh. I'm on fire. You know what I just realized about those, like, ceiling growth things? Like, I talked about this last time, like, do they really just sit around waiting for their prey to walk in just the right place for them to eat them? But I also just realized, like, that one was holding a big chunk of statue. Do they just chow down on anything that comes in their path and just not let go? Even when some more proper prey comes their way, that's crazy. Skeletons. I probably should have saved that. I think the one in Darksiders Genesis looks better. You know, maybe it's not fair for me to compare everything in the Darksiders games before to everything in Darksiders Genesis, because That's like the most recent game, so of course it's gonna do a lot of things better. And then there's also the fact that it's my favorite, so subjectively I'm gonna think that it's better. Oh, hang on. I'm a little lost. Oh, here he is. It's Asmongold. Hey! I will never not make that joke. You'd think that if all the crap was spewing out of his body from the lack of head, that's the craziest thing for me to say. That he wouldn't explode because there'd be a place for all of it to. I don't know. Oh, right. Duh. Alright, now I do the thing that things that do. That sentence sounds so wrong. Oh. Yeah, War was just hanging out on that ledge while the doors were opening. Well, okay. Yes. Somebody gave that wood some sunblock. That's why it wasn't burning. Alright. Now for this shit. One second, everybody. Okay, I'm back. Ow, hey, wait for the cutscene to play out, bucko. Oh yeah. At least I didn't take damage. Okay. Oh, not here. Over there, possibly. Oh, this puzzle. Ha! Do I hate this puzzle? I don't know if it's actually so bad that it warrants the reaction I gave it. Ah, I see. Duh. Goodbye. You know, it'd be really funny if I just... Oh, okay, hold on, buddy. We gotta get you near some fire. I want to try something. Haha. Oh, he's still alive. There we go. Oh! Oh! Well, you know... Yeah, where was that artifact? There we go. Yep, okay, there we go. Just waiting for the bus to arrive. Gonna come closer, bud. Yay, I have a worse sword. ever just think of a random collection of words and think, yeah, this could be like a name or a title? Because the one running through my head right now is the Emporial Sneaton. Like, that's a guy's name. His name is Sneaton, and the Emporial is like his job. I imagine it's something like an advisor of sorts. I don't know. Die. Oh, this guy. Hang on, I'm just gonna... Okay, yeah, no, never mind. Everything's... be working. I just realized he looks like one of the glowing ghouls from Fallout. That's funny. This is not where I need to go. First round. Oh, okay. Hang on, Pally. Let me just get to stable prone. How do I legitimately forgot. I think that third one ruined it. Never mind. What? Okay. Let's just... Oh. Okay. Oh. You know, this is a good time to try and do some stuff. Go to the places I couldn't go before. Dang down there. I'm a little bit lost. Oh, hang on. I can go in there. See, there it is. The getting the souls instead of the disarm the pieces. Ooh, good. Why wasn't it doing that before? Oh. Nice. Okay. Oh, wait. Nope. Actually, wait. Hold on. I think. Unless I missed that opportunity, I got the statue. Oh, what? Okay, I think I might be doing it wrong. Here we go. Here we go. What was stopping me from coming before, like any sooner than I did now? Probably the fact that I'm dumb as hell. Getting back to where I need to be. Nope, I'm just dying. Nope. How did I get this sidetracked? How did I get this lost? This is not normal for me. At least when I'm playing this game. I maybe get a little bit lost sometimes, but like this, I couldn't tell you. Okay. Cool, dude. Alright. Tiamat. I wonder how war would fare against, like, the Dungeons and Dragons Tiamat. Like, the god of the chromatic dragons, who's like this multi-headed freaking dragon. All these different elemental powers. It's really awesome. I'd love to see that boss fight.
As the council reduce the horsemen to common assassins.
Okay.
This will not end well for you, horsemen.
That's not poison oak. It's not very itchy.
This will not end well for you, horsemen.
Uh-huh. Joke's on you, I'm playing on easy mode. What? Oh no. Oh, wrong button.
See what your enemies has brought you.
Alright, we saw enough. Nice. Yay.
Over here!
Serpent arrows. Oh! That always happens.
You brought down Tiamat, have you? The destroyer will not be used. You need Vulgrim more than ever, yes. Old Vulgrim's got something new for. Old Vulgrim's got something new for you.
Yeah.
Old Vulgrim's got something new for you.
Oh, yeah.
Drive too hard a bargain, friend. An excellent choice.
Alright. Once we get back to San Mayo, I'll call it.
I trust that she suffered.
Not nearly enough.
And that's the end of that conversation. Oh, hey, chaos mode. So cool. Alright. On that note, this is where I'm going to call the stream. Doesn't feel quite right skipping over all the cutscenes, but you know, I figured if we're sticking around and we've seen season 1, you basically know what happens. So, yep. Cool.